Hey guys, this is Brad from Critical Hit Reviews. It's all dramatic and cool sounding when I'm just doing it. So today I'm going to be doing my own little personal review today. No Cameron, he is a very busy man. He is very held up with, whatever it is that Cameron does. He's just a busy man, busy guy. So I'm going to be doing a review today of Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2. Yes, that was a long title, but it's a very good game, and here's why. When you play a Telltale game, you have to know going in that you're not going to be playing the most extensive gameplay heavy game. This is a zombie game based on The Walking Dead, and you are not going to be shooting a lot of the dead. You're going to be watching a lot of cutscenes, you're going to be doing a lot of walking around and pointing and clicking, but don't expect to be like, oh, gotta run around, jump over this thing, kill that zombie, stab this person, kiss with that girl, kiss, do all that kind of stuff. You are going to be walking around and clicking stuff. That is the extent of gameplay in the Walking Dead series and pretty much in all Telltale games. So go in with the right expectations. Know that this game is a story experience. You're going to enjoy the story. You're paying your $20 to learn about these characters and talk with them, but don't expect to go in with this going, man, I hope this is the best zombie game I've ever played, because it's not. It's not going to be the best shooter game or the best action game. It is a story-driven game that's point and click. And so just know that going in so you're not disappointed at the end of the day.
It's not my place to talk about someone else's past, you know?
Seems like we're already in the middle of it.
This is where the video gets hard. Not reviewing the game and telling you, what I think about it, and this is what I gave it, what kind of score. It's talking about the story of the episode 2 of a game. It's like I can't fill you in on everything that's happened in episode 1, and I can't also talk about everything that happens in episode 2. I have to talk about in this weird middle space. I can say, hey, this is where you kind of start off at, but I can't tell you any of the spoilers of season 1 or any of this other stuff. I have to keep it as clean as possible, and I'm going to try my best to do that. So the positives of the story of episode 2 is you're going to meet some interesting characters. You are not going to just keep running into people that you just don't care about. Each person that I ran into or got to talk to, I was like, I wonder what your story is. I wonder if I'm going to be friends with you. I may not like talking to you all the time, but at the moment I am interested. You also get to meet some old friends from previous parts of The Walking Dead. I am not spoiling anything. You make sure I note that. Not being spoiled right here. I am just saying that you will meet some old characters from season 1 to season 2, whatever. I'm not saying, I'm not being specific. I'm just going to leave it up to the imagination. You also get to see more of Clementine, and not in the original Clementine that we're used to, which is this little kid, this little girl that you've been used to in season 1. You get to see a more mature Clementine, and you get to act that way through the game. Some of the negatives, now, these are my own negatives. Please don't bash me and be like, oh man, I don't believe this guy, so I'm just going to comment the crap out of his video. I thought the game started kind of slow in episode 2. It's a very slow start. For the first 20 to 30 minutes, I was just like, okay, we're walking, we're running, okay, we're walking again. I don't like this girl. See, there are some people I don't care about. The other thing, I don't like being Clementine sometimes. It's weird. This is one of those weird things about me. Being Lee in the first game, I was kind of a guy. I was a big, tall dude. I was tough. I knew what I was supposed to be, because that's a character that I like being, the tough kind of guy that just makes hard decisions. As Clementine, you are a little girl who your only resort sometimes is to run away. She's a badass, don't get me wrong. She can knife things and she can shoot things, but there was a couple situations where if I was Lee, I would have handled them differently, or I would have been given the option to handle them differently, or how I prefer to handle them. With Clementine, it was like, okay, I'm behind this rock, what are my options? I can shoot. Okay, that didn't work. Well, now I can run away. That didn't work. If I was Lee, he'd just be like, boom, punch, stab, stuff, or whoever, if I was Kenny or somebody else are going on, I would have different options. So sometimes you're held back by the character you are.
Everyone underestimates me.
I expect you've used that to your advantage.
Sometimes.
Smart girl.
So episode 2 of The Walking Dead is a great game if you are looking for a story. There's great characters. You're going to like to talk to all of them. They're going to be interesting. You're going to want to find out what their backstories are and what's going on with them and what the hell's going on with them, what their trauma is that's made them like this and what they've had to go through to get here. There's some surprises. I didn't say anything. I just said there's surprises, so just be ready to be surprise. That's all I'm saying. No spoilers. There's another great cliffhanger at the end of the season 2, episode 2. Just like in Telltale games, they always try to keep you on the edge at the end of the game going, hey, you should come play episode 3 right now. But it's not out, or the next episode's not out. The only downside I have for The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 2, and this is for all Telltale games, is just I'm ready to have some more gameplay in these Telltale games. They're starting to run kind of into the same thing. I'm playing The Wolf Among Us and The Walking Dead, and then I expect to play the next 2 games they have coming out, which is Game of Thrones and the Borderlands game, and I'm just going, I love these stories, and they're really cool, and my decisions have some impact the majority of the time, so I'm really interested, but every time a gameplay sequence comes up, I'm like, oh great, here's a point where I'm just like, oh, click on that guy, he's dead, okay, walk around, do this, oh, this guy's coming at me, left bumper or left trigger, dodge this guy, do that, or whatever I gotta do to dodge him. It's becoming stale. I want a little bit more gameplay in my game, so I am giving the episode 2 of The Walking Dead a 9, and I'm giving it a 9 with a question mark, because I don't want this 9 to mean something, you know, that's holding to this game. I'm saying this part of the episode is a 9, but at the end of the day, this is a game that is 5 episodes, and it's going to be in one big package. So I am going to tell you my definitive score of this game when all of it's done, and trust me, I'll make a video for it, so you have that to look forward to.